Today, we want to ask the question, do you have to wait until you pass away or, die or whatever, before you have to pay for the sins that you commit while you're living? Let's talk about it. Thank you all for joining another Conversations one-on-one episode. And we want to know also how you all feel about the topic. Do you feel like you have to wait until you pass away and go to hell like some religions state before you actually have to pay for your sins? On the flip side, do you pay for those sins while you're still living right here, right now? Baby, how do you feel about it?
I feel like you pay for a lot of the things that you do right here, right now. It's called karma. And depending on how bad, depending on what you do, how bad it is, that's how bad your karma will be. I've got karma several times for things that I done that were wrong, that I knew about. And since I got that last little bout of karma, I try not to do anything, that goes against the creator of the universe. I try to stay within the right, right plane.
Stay within the threshold.
Yes.
Well, I believe that, first of all, I'm not religious at all. I do believe in the Almighty Creator. That's all that there is, because that's all there needs to be. So, saying that, there are Hermetic principles. You have 7 major principles. One of those principles is the law of cause and effect. Meaning, everything happens because of something else. Now, I believe in karma as well. I don't believe you have to wait until you pass away, because we're dealing with energy. Mm-hmm. We're dealing with energy. You attract the type of energy into your life as the energy you put out. Mm-hmm. So, if you out here doing foolishness, let's say you do something to somebody, it's not up to that person to administer the consequence. You could do something to someone that didn't deserve it, something negative, something bad, whatever, and then you could leave away from that person, try to get in your vehicle, your car won't start. The universe works in harmony. That's another Hermetic principle. So it doesn't have to come from the person that you transgressed or whatever. It can come from anywhere, because what we have to realize is the universe is limitless. Once you all start practicing spirituality and things like that, you'll understand how energy works, because it's all energy. So I don't believe you have to wait. I watch everything I do, because I feel like having real fear of God is knowing that you can face consequences no matter what, where you are in life, what you're doing right now. It does not matter. You can doggone lock yourself in a room, and next thing you know, you having health issues facing karma. So I just don't believe you have to wait. I think it can happen right here, right now.
I think if a lot of people would tend to believe in karma, like you said, Hermetic principles, I think the world would be better right now, because a lot of people feel like they'll just deal with whatever they have to deal with when they die. I think we had this conversation once.
We did, yeah.
And instead of realizing, you can get it today. It's like karma is coming quicker. Like as soon as you do something, it's coming right away.
Yeah, not only that, I believe also karma is going to hit you where you can feel it. So even though it doesn't happen that very second, everything is going to align to where it can affect you the way that it needs to, based on what you did. So if you wondering why everything might be falling apart, or just negative things keep happening to you, reflect. What have you done today? Furthermore, what kind of thoughts have you been holding on to today? thoughts are energy as well. Thoughts are things. For those of you who didn't know, we might be getting a little deep here for some of y'all, because this is really spirituality that we're talking about.
So, again, we ask the question, do you believe that you have to wait until you die to pay for your sins?
And so, hey, have a conversation in the comments below, however you feel, as long as it's respectful. Hey, we normally get back with you all. We'll reply. We'll like the comments. So we do check out what you all have to say. Also, let's talk about asking for forgiveness. How do you all feel about asking for forgiveness of sins? Before I get into this, how do you feel about asking for forgiveness for your sins?
Well, when I was practicing Christianity, you would go and you would ask for forgiveness of your sins. You would pray to Jesus and the Father, and you would ask for forgiveness with the understanding, because I was Pentecostal faith, with the understanding that you should not go out and sin again. Now, you do have some of these people, they feel like they can keep going out sinning and keep getting forgiveness. But if it's not in you, if you're not contrite in your heart and you really don't mean it, then you're just wasting your time.
I think people also use that as a scapegoat to do whatever they want to do, even though they know that it's wrong. They feel like, oh, well, I'm going to go out here and do this, and then when I finish, I'm going to get down on my knees and ask for forgiveness, and everything will be okay. I don't believe in it. I think that's part of the problem with some of these beliefs, because you have people that do things based on the fact that they can get forgiven for them. So that means they do have an understanding of punishment for the things that they're doing, but they feel like they have a get out of jail free card as well. So if you take that get out of jail free card away, I think that people will be more responsible and more conscious of the things that they do, and a lot of things they wouldn't do. Certain things that they know that they're not supposed to do. So I think it's I think the whole idea of getting punished when you pass away, it causes people to act more sinister or evil or bad right now, like while they're here on earth, because they feel like, okay, I'm just gonna rain havoc on the city today, and when I get back home tonight, I'm just gonna ask for forgiveness.
Yes.
And a lot of people think like that. As ridiculous as that sounds, look at all of these preachers and popes who do all this crazy stuff. If they are supposed to be teaching the faith, why are they doing some of these things that they're doing that we hear about in some of these headlines? If they're in the faith and they know about the consequences, do they feel like they can just ask for forgiveness, or do they feel like they're above the spiritual law because of their position?
I believe it's both. I think they feel like they can ask for forgiveness and they're above reproach. And because people don't question them. I mean, you may sit in the headlines for a few days, maybe a couple of weeks, and then it just goes away like nothing ever happened. Like, it doesn't matter, because people are comfortable, like we always talk about, believing or putting their faith in something else besides for themselves.
Also, I believe that when the universe, or that the creator, or whatever you want to call it, knows that you know better, I feel like you get held more accountable.
You do.
I believe I've experienced that in my own life. When you know, and when you know and you don't do what you're supposed to do, I think the consequences are even more detrimental. So when they talk about the fear of God, that's where I stand. I live in the quote unquote fear that anything that I do is going to have a direct consequence that I'm going to experience while I'm still living, and I don't want that. So that's not that I'm just be having my mind on doing stupid stuff, but that's one of the things that keeps me grounded and keeps me not wanting to, don't even have the desire to want to do anything crazy, especially not hurt anybody or do anything like that, because I don't know what the universe is going to do to me. The universe is limitless. That means whatever your consequence is, can come from anybody, anything, anywhere. It can come from within you or from without you. And that's something you don't want to have to try to wait and see and figure out what's going to happen. So I give more power to the Creator. So while a lot of people take it away, if you know, you know.
And when you know better, you do better.
You're supposed to anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's another conversation. Conversations one-on-one. Please feel free to comment below like we mentioned earlier. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We call it LSS. Go ahead and do that for us. And we got products. SJG Good Books. Malicious Intentions. And do not forget to go and visit www.couturecroc.com and get you some fresh new kicks. It's summertime, and hey, it's time to get out here and have some fun wearing something comfortable while you do it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you all on the next episode. Stay tuned for the next conversation.
Peace.